Hello everyone, you're welcome to my channel. You're welcome to Decenstitch. If you're a new subscriber or returning subscriber, you're welcome. Please kindly like, share, comment, subscribe. Please subscribe and click the notification bell. Thank you. My required measurements are shoulder divided by 2 plus sewing allowance is 0.5 plus ease allowance is 0.5. Armhole depth plus sewing allowance is 0.5 plus 1 inch for my shoulder slope or slant. Armhole length divided by 2 plus side seam allowance 1 inch plus ease allowance is 0.5. Bust point length plus sewing allowance is 0.5. Bust divided by 4 plus side seam allowance 1 inch plus ease allowance is 0.5. Waist length plus seam allowance is 0.5. Waist divided by 4 plus dart allowance 1 inch plus side seam allowance 1 inch plus ease allowance is 0.5. Bust apart divided by 2. Jacket length plus seam allowance is 0.5 plus hem allowance 1 inch. Hip divided by 4 plus side seam allowance 1 inch plus ease allowance is 0.5. Neck width minus sewing allowance is 0.5. Neck depth for front, neck depth for back. Note: ease allowance is optional. I usually take fitted body measurements when I'm measuring my clients, so I need to add ease. But if you always take loose body measurements when taking your clients, then you don't need to add ease allowance. Before I start patterning, I'm going to measure 6 inches up here and 5 inches in front here. I'm going to draw my line. This is going to be my center front. This is going to be my shoulder. From my shoulder line, I'm going to measure my armhole depth. My armhole depth is 7.5. From the line again, I'm going to measure my bust point length, that is 11. From the line again, I'll measure my waist length, that is 18.5. From the line, I'm going to measure my jacket length, that is 27.5. I'm going to draw my lines. This is my armhole depth line, my bust point length line, my waist line, then the jacket length line. The next thing I'm going to do is to get my neck width 2.5 and my neck depth 3 inches. I'm going to draw the round neckline. I'm going to get my shoulder 8.25. I'll mark the same on my armhole depth line, 8.25 also. I'll draw a straight line here. I'm going to slant my shoulder by 1 inch and connect it to my neck width. Then I'm going to get my midpoint from the slanted shoulder to my armhole depth line. I'm going to get the midpoint, which is 3.25. From 3.25, I'm going to measure 0.5 inwards. Then I'm going to use my French curve to draw a curve from the shoulder length line to the midpoint, then into the armhole depth line. On my bust point length line, I'm going to get my bust measurement, which is 10.625. Then my waist measurement, which is 10.125. Then I'm going to get my hip measurement, which is 11 inches. Here I'm going to go up by 0.5 and come down by 0.5, then connect it with a ruler. I'll be using French curve here. I'm going to use my hand to gently blend it in. I want to confirm my armhole. Ordinarily, this armhole will work fine, but because it's a jacket, I need the armhole a bit free. So I'm going to measure it and adjust it to what I want. This is 9 inches, I need 10 inches. I'm going to go down by 1 inch. If I want it smaller, I'm going to go up and draw from this midpoint and draw a new curve. That means I want it smaller, but now I want it bigger. So I'm going to come down by 1 inch. I don't like to adjust this side because I don't want it coming out looking funny. It won't blend well with the bust. So I draw my curve line down, taking it 1 inch down or ½ inch down till I get the desired armhole. I'm going to draw my curve from the midpoint to the 1 inch I measured down there. Now I'm going to measure it again. Now I have 10 inches. The next thing I'm going to do is to draw my darts. My bust apart is 3.5. I'll mark it at the bust point length. I'll mark it on the waistline and also on the jacket length line. My dart starts 1 inch below my bust point length line for my front jacket piece, and hence 3 inches before my jacket length line. I'm going to connect the dots. The size of my waist dart is 1 inch, so I'm going to put 0.5 on this side and 0.5 on the other side, and then draw my darts. For the neck width, instead of using 2.5 here, you can use 3 inches. For someone that the bust is around 40 to 48, if you're big, you can use 3 inches. Front and back, the neck width will be 3 inches, but the neck depth remains the same front and back. 3 inches for front, 1 inch for back, but the neck width will be 3 inches instead of 2.5 that I'm using here. I'm going to determine where my break point is going to be. That is where my lapel is going to end. I like to put mine in between my bust and my waist. You can put it anywhere. You can put it on the waist if you are doing a one button jacket. If you want your cleavage to be covered well, you can put it on your bust point length line, but I like to put mine in between the bust point and the waist. I'm going to use 4 inches. Then I'm going to measure 0.5 in front here. For the button and the buttonhole, I don't use big button. 0.5 is fine. I'm going to draw a line here and label this my break point. I'm going to measure 1 inch. Then connect the 1 inch to my break point. Then extend it longer. Extend it by 4 inches. Please, if your neck width is not 2.5 like mine, if you're using 3 inches for your neck width, extend this line by 4.5 instead of 4 inches as I am using here. Now I'm going to use my set square to draw a 90-degree angle here. I'll let it rest on that line and draw my line. I'll do the same here at my break points. If you don't have a set square, you can use 2 rulers to achieve this. You place 1 ruler here, then you place the second one. Make sure the edge is relaxing on the other ruler. Then you have your line. you do the same there. Make sure you don't have space in between the two rulers. Let it rest well on the first ruler. I'm going to measure 3.5 here. You can use 4 inches if you want your collar bigger, but 3.5 is still fine. I'm going to connect this now. The next thing I'm going to do, I'll place my ruler on my neck depth line in such a way that it's straight. Then I'm going to draw a line there and extend it. I'll measure 1.5 here. I'm going to connect the 1.5 to my break point, either using a ruler or a French curve, depending on your preference. I don't like the type of ruler, it's too straight for me. I like it slightly curved, so I use French curve. I'm going to do a very light curve here. Now I'm going to measure 1 inch up here. Then connect the point using a line. I'm going to measure 1.5. You can make yours to your preference. I'm going to draw a light curve again. I will extend my curve towards the edge of the line, because at the end of the day it's not going to show that it's a curve. So I won't draw a short curve. I will extend my curve well. This is my center back and it's going to be on fold. I'm going to cut 2 pieces of this, and this is my grain line, my straight grain. I'm going to draw my side dart. If you're using a side dart, if there's no side dart, you can skip this part and go ahead and cut. At the back too, you won't trace out the side darts. When I do that at the back, you just leave it with only the diamond dart. For my side dart, I'm going to use 1.5. That 1.5, I'm going to divide it into 2. I'll put 0.75 up here and 0.75 down on my bust point length line. My side dart is going to stop 1.5 inches before my bust point or apex. Then I'm going to draw my darts. I'm going to pick my bust point line, hold it at the end of the darts, then flip it over this way and confirm whether my side line is going to align. If it's not going to align, I'm going to use a ruler to draw the line again. I'll draw a straight line there. Then I'll open it and connect here. My side line is okay, I can cut here. But if yours is not going to align, you can draw the other line and cut the other line. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Please kindly like, share, comment, subscribe if you're new here, and click the notification bell. Thank you.